Ha! Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I have a very special review for you. This is Power Rangers, the Ultimate Visual History. So first of all, you may be wondering, what's the deal? Why am I all like dressed up or whatever for this? To be honest, I actually had something else going on right before this and I thought, you know what, I'll just hop on camera and just with all this stuff on, whatever. And I feel like I'm almost like a professor and this is like my textbook. So today, class, we're gonna be talking about Power Rangers. In a way, like this book is like your ultimate guide to everything, right? Just like your textbooks that you have for any other subject that you study in school. If you wanna know anything about Power Rangers, this is it. So I wanted to talk about this book. So first of all, this is a book done by Insight Editions. And Insight Editions actually sent me a review copy early, so thank you to Insight Editions for sending this. This book comes out on November 6th. And if you are a Power Rangers fan and you don't have the book pre-ordered, go right now. I will have a link in the description box below. Go pre-order the book, because spoiler alert, this book is amazing and every Power Rangers fan should have it, in my opinion. So we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to give you some details about what it's all about. There's only certain pages and things that I can show you before the book's release, so you'll see some clips that it'll cut to throughout this video where you'll see some of the pages that I can show. But let's just talk about this book itself. So first of all, what is it, right? So it's a pretty decent, physically it's a decently sized book. It's pretty heavy. Feels like there's a lot to it, and that's actually true of the content as well. This book chronicles the history of Power Rangers from the very beginning up until now. So 25 years of Power Rangers in this book. That includes every season of the show, every movie as well, and just some really cool images and interviews with cast and crew from Power Rangers. So let's just take a look at what the book looks like first of all. So you're presented with this awesome cover. I think it looks fantastic. Saban's Power Rangers. So it's got a foreword by Amy Jo Johnson, who was Kimberly, the original Pink Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. And so that's pretty cool. And the book has been written by Jody Revenson and Ramin Zahid. So there they are right there. Shout out to them. The Ultimate Visual History. So right from the get-go, you're taken to this awesome packaging, and you got a lightning bolt right here, and you can see Mighty Morphin Red within the lightning bolt right there. And if you open it up, you can see that that's a cutout, and you get like an image of various Rangers right there, which is super, super cool. So that's awesome. I'm going to cut to some other clips that you'll be able to see, but basically, you get into it, and you'll be able to see the ultimate visual history. So you have really cool images that showcase all of the Power Rangers. And here's the table of contents, right? So in the table of contents, you'll see this book has chapters on every season of Power Rangers. And what's cool about it is it will go through every season and describe all of the characters, describe all of the villains, the main storyline, how it came to be, maybe some interesting tidbits from the production, and it kind of chronicles each one as a chapter to this larger book, you know? So based on what happened in chapter 1 or chapter 2, then it kind of leads into chapter 3 and so on. And so you kind of get an idea of, as the seasons went by, what the production team was thinking of and what their mindset was in going into making those seasons. And it's really, really cool. You get a lot of behind the scenes tidbits and information throughout all of this, but there's a chapter for every season of the show, which is fantastic. And the movies, of course, as well. But the other thing that you're going to get throughout this book is you're going to be able to see a lot of production behind-the-scenes images, some that you may have seen before, but some new images too, including promotional art that's in really nice quality as well. I'm kind of surprised at the quality of some of the pictures that they were able to get in this book. Some pages even have these little pop-outs. Like here's one right here that it's not really much of a spoiler or anything because it's just pictures of toys, which you guys have already all seen. But it's like you're in the middle of the book, and then there's like a little insert here, and you just kind of fold it up, and there's more stuff. There's pictures of toys on one side, the other side has more toys and description of the toys. So you get these really cool pop-ups. Sometimes it's random stuff like toys or video games. Other times you have like concept art or really, really interesting snippets from like the comic books, all sorts of really neat things, little sketches design sketches. It's really cool the amount of new little production images that are inserted into this book. For any Power Rangers fan, like if you think you've seen everything as a Power Rangers fan, there's new stuff in here that they got just for this book, which is really, really cool to look at. And it provides a great summary of each season of the show. Like if you ever need a reference point for anything, you have it in this book, which is super, super cool. So I definitely appreciate that, and I think there's a lot of really, really neat things that are found in this book that's worth looking into for sure. Now, the other thing about this book, and actually I didn't show the back of it, so let me show the back right here. But basically, you have this really cool image of all the Rangers, and you got a little description of the book right here, Go Go Power Rangers. And yeah, there's the side right there so you can see it. But super, super cool. Now, the other cool thing about this book is some of the little tidbits of information that they scatter throughout that I didn't even know. Like, there's a couple of celebrities, well-known celebrities, that auditioned for Power Rangers. So if you want to know who those celebrities are, it's in the book. There's actually something really cool happening in Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel that hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen later in the season that I didn't expect. That's mentioned in this book, which is super cool. Speaking of things that are going to happen, there is like a little page at the end that mentions Power Rangers Beast Morphers. It's got the logo and the main 3 Beast Morphers Rangers, and it mentions that Beast Morphers will be 2 seasons, just like how we've had for the last few years. So it doesn't really go much into that, but it kind of leaves a little teaser. And in that way, it's kind of cool because it really is capping off right with the Hasbro purchase. So it actually doesn't mention Hasbro purchasing the franchise, so it really encapsulates the Saban era, Disney era, and the Neo Saban era, so the true first 25 years of the show, which is kind of cool because 25 is a good number, and I feel like this is a great way to put the first 25 years into history with this book. They even like mention so many little things that true Power Rangers fans would know, but I didn't expect that they would actually mention in this book. For example, from Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel, there's the guy, I forget his name now, Cosmo Royale, who's part of the game show that happens for the villains, and his design, minus like the face, is from Resha Sentai Tokyuger, which is one of the Super Sentai seasons that we didn't adapt. So Power Rangers fans that have followed Sentai know that, but that's actually mentioned in the book. Like, they go to that level of detail, which is something that only true fans of the franchise would really know. Like, your casual fans not even going to know what Tokyuger is, or maybe not even what Sentai is. So it's really cool that they mention stuff like that. There's even a little segment on the ZO2 seasons, or footage rather, I should say, that was used in the Mighty Morphin season. And they actually used the ZO2 notation. And so lots of little references like that that are really, really neat that they managed to include. And what else? Yeah, I guess there's a couple of other stories. There's like a sample pop-out page that's like a call sheet. So in case you wanted to see what one of the call sheets look like for the cast. Overall, I mean, I think this thing really is a great collection of the Power Rangers history. It has so much little trivia in here, and it's a great summary of the franchise. Like, I've watched every season, but going through this book, I found it was interesting to just read about each season as they went along, and you kind of found out, for example, like when Disney bought the franchise, what was their mindset going into it? Why did the style of the show shift? You know, when you get into Wild Force Ninja Storm and so on. And then when Saban bought it back, why did the show style change with Samurai forwards? Why did they start doing the 2 seasons, Samurai, Super Samurai, and so on? Well, in fact, why did they even use Super in the names? All of that is mentioned in the book. So I know that you're probably like, well, why can't you just show me? Why can't you just tell me? Just trust me, guys. This book is absolutely worth it. In fact, you can even, if you pre-order, there's some places selling it at a cheaper price than retail. So definitely worth looking into. Yeah, I mean, totally. Like, I gotta say, this is something that Inside Edition sent me. I actually had it pre-ordered on my own anyways. So this is something that, this is not like a particularly sponsored video or anything like that. They just sent me this copy, which I would have bought anyways. And I'm actually, having heard about this book, I thought it would be interesting, but I actually found that it was more engaging than I expected. You know, there was a lot of really, really cool stuff in here. And just flipping through the pages, man, like you get just so many great, great images, and it really, like if I ever need to reference something from one of the seasons, boom, there you go, right here. It's a great read, and great for any Power Rangers collector. So I'm not going to go on and on. Excuse me, I just wanted to truly highlight this book and say that I absolutely recommend it, and it's definitely worth getting for any Power Rangers fan. So definitely check it out. It is Power Rangers, The Ultimate Visual History, and it releases November 6th, 2018, so definitely check it out. Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are. If you get the book, what do you think of it? If you have any questions about it, I'll try and answer what I can. In the first couple of days, I might not be able to say too much, but once the book releases, you know, we can talk about it more freely. So definitely stay tuned for more Power Rangers content, and we can celebrate the 25 years, the 25th anniversary with this book here as well. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Thank you again, Inside Editions, for sending me the review copy. Take care, and I will see you later. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I also wanted to mention right here, you can't see it on camera, but there's a bibliography page, and there's a lot of sources right here, many of which are fellow friends of mine in the Power Rangers fandom. So that's the cool thing about this book, is Inside Editions actually got information and sources, and they worked with people in the fandom. So it wasn't just them making this book. You know, they worked with Saban Brands, or now Hasbro, but they got, you know, actual quotes from the cast and crew. They had interviews done for this, and they sourced things from the Power Rangers fandom in here. So there's a lot of really, really cool names and people that I recognize just from looking through the source list right here. You got Morphin Legacy, Ranger Command Power Hour, Power Rangers Now, and others all referenced in this book, which is really, really cool. So yeah, definitely it feels like this is truly a celebration of the 25 years of the franchise, and that's pretty awesome. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. Go check out the book, link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.